All right, what's going on, you guys? Listen, I'm not really gonna go in on Povetkin like I did before. I already told y'all earlier this year, all right, that it was over. All right, I already did that. Okay. In fact, I made a lot of videos this year. Well, not a lot, but maybe two or three addressing YouTube and the YouTube community. I already did that. I no longer will make another video discussing what YouTubers are saying unless I'm really just making a reaction or replying to someone that's strictly talking boxing. This will be the last video I ever address the YouTube community and the fans on here. I will never address any of them. And I'm not even going to really address them because I'm not going to say any of these dudes' names because they're not even worth me putting them out there. Okay? But it's funny how everything turned out today. We have a big fight with Povetkin and Stavern tomorrow. A fight that I was actually looking forward to because I think that styles match up well. They're very similar in size and in the way that they fight. There's some similarities there. And they're not fighting taller guys with longer reaches or nothing like that. No, they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight a guy that's gonna be standing right in front of them. Which both of them favor. So I was looking forward to this fight for those reasons. I thought it would be a good fight until the knockout comes. I was looking forward to it. Regardless of all the Meldonium stuff, I was actually looking forward to the fight. I wanted to see how Povetkin fight without the Meldonium. Because listen, you guys could talk about traces all you want. You could talk traces all you want. All right? The guy was actually using it before it was illegal. All right. Before this year, before 2016, the guy was on it. It is what it is. So I wanted to see how this guy was going to fight without being on it. Is there any? I mean, we confirmed that he was on it, right? Before they made it illegal, he was using it. So when he was knocking out all of these other guys in his more recent fights, like he didn't knock out Marco Huck or anything like that, but he knocked out the last few guys he fought, right? So I was looking forward to seeing how he was going to fight without being on anything because we haven't seen it yet, right? So now there's a possibility we might not even get this fight tomorrow because this guy tested positive for another drug, right? I'm not going to get into too much details on that because it was breaking news. It just came out today. So if it's just traces of that, maybe there's some kind of excuse. I don't know. Maybe he has to pass his B samples, his C samples. How many samples y'all need? Didn't I say this earlier this year? I did, right? Yeah, it's getting corny. It's getting old. But I'm not going to go in, all right? I'm not going to go in on that. The main thing I wanted to really talk about is the racism aspect about all of this. All right. It's no problem with being biased towards a fighter that is from where you're from. Okay. You identify with a guy because of his skin color or because of where he's from. Okay. He's from a similar place that you are from. That's fine. Okay. I do videos on here. I give you predictions. All right. I give you a breakdown of the fight. But I'm going to tell you, hey, I like this guy, because I'm picking him because I'm going for him. I might not think he's going to win, but I'm going to go with the guy I like better. All right. But I make that very clear. There's a difference. There is a difference between who you like and who you think is going to win the fight. These guys on YouTube, they don't do that. All right. Before you click the video, you pretty much know what they're going to say because we have a black guy in Barrera fighting Shabranskyy, who is from the Ukraine, right? And you know before you even click the video who he's going for because some of these guys are anti any black fighter. Anytime a black guy is fighting a guy that's not black, they're going for the guy that's not black. Every single time. It's not a coincidence. It's every single time. Like, it's every single time. And anytime a black fighter wins, they try to downplay the win. It happens all the time. If a black fighter is fighting a black fighter or another black fighter, whoever the winner is, you're going to downplay that fighter, especially if he has a large fan base like Andre Ward. When Andre Ward fought Solomon Barrera, it was cool. It was a great fight. Everybody was all for it. Everybody thought Barrera was a dangerous fighter for Andre Ward. Okay? There were even people on here that picked Barrera to beat Andre Ward. But as soon as Andre Ward wins the fight, let's downplay that win. Let's talk about all of the reason why it wasn't a good performance by Andre Ward. Even though you picked Ward to lose the fight, let's talk about how the fight was not a good fight. And it was not a good performance by Andre Ward. It's predictable. And yet, people are still getting brainwashed by it. You know how I know? Because you got these guys leaving comments under my videos and they're saying the most ridiculous things. And I know where they're getting it from. I know who's brainwashing them. You know, and the Shabranskyy fight, it's funny that that same person that I'm talking about, well, it's actually a few of them, but that same person, that main person I'm talking about, is the one that put me on the Shabranskyy. Now, I didn't say anything. I watched a couple of his fights. I thought he was okay. I didn't see, I didn't really see, only prediction, I was listening to some of The Wire's prediction on this fight, and I remember him leaning towards Shabranskyy, and I said, well, maybe he's watched them longer than I have. Maybe he's seen something I haven't seen, because from what I see Barrera is a better. Now, I know I didn't do a prediction video, but I'm telling y'all, and I've been always been honest on this channel. I'm telling you, I watched this guy fight, and I didn't see anything special. Okay? The guy that put me on the Shabranskyy told me he even went as far as saying the guy reminds him of Kovalev. He don't remind me of Kovalev. But this is what I'm saying as far as we know why you're picking these guys or against other fighters. It's always skin color. It's always skin color. Let's try to downplay this guy as much as we can. And it's sad because it's so obvious. It's so obvious. Povetkin, this guy fails another test on a different drug at a different time period. All right? Had all year to clean up, and he pops on something else. Right? If it was Deontay Wilder, we already know how they would have reacted. Okay? If it was Andre Ward, we already know how they would have reacted. If it was Terrence Crawford, we already know. If it was Floyd Mayweather, you wouldn't have waited to results. Just like all these channels earlier this year that was saying, you gotta wait for the results. He didn't fail the test. All those people, those same people, if it was any of those fighters I just named, we already know they would have reacted a certain way. But because it's Povetkin, oh no, let's get back. Let's wait for the ruling. No. Now what? So predictable. I don't even need to watch your videos to know what you're going to say. That's how YouTube has become that. YouTube have become, you see the title of the video, you already know the results. Look at the title, read the names, look at the pictures. This guy and this guy. We already know what you're going to say. Because if there's a black fighter in those two, it's going to be negative. No matter what it's about. No matter what they do. All right? Povetkin beats, what's the name? Povetkin beat, who he beat earlier this year? He beat Victor Postal. Great fight. Even better fight than Ward and Barrera. Great fight. Great fight. Great matchup, I mean. Not great fight, but great matchup. But people will downplay that win. You know why? Because it's Terrence Crawford, and he's a black guy. See, when Dwyer makes mistakes, nobody really gets on him like that. You know why? Because dudes know he's a straightforward guy. He's an honest guy. If he feels that way, yeah, he might be a little biased, but if he's biased towards a fight, it's because he's biased because he likes them, because of his skills. Or he might really feel that the fight didn't go the way he thought it should have went. But he's not biased based on race. You know, remember the fight with Marcus Brown earlier this year? And Kologic, that guy, right? Remember I didn't go to the fight, but I had just met Marcus Brown. I was a fan of Marcus. I still am a fan of Marcus Brown. I was a fan of Marcus Brown. I was telling you guys on my channel, I made several videos, and I was like, yo, check out Marcus Brown. I like that kid. He's on the come up, light heavyweight, you know. Check him out. So he fights Kologic. Though Kologic won the fight, but they gave it to Marcus Brown, you know. But it was a weird fight, man. Marcus looked terrible in that fight. I just was with Marcus Brown. We were sitting right next to each other at the Terrence Crawford, what's his name? Terrence Crawford was in New York fighting, I can't remember who he was fighting. But me and Marcus Brown were sitting right next to each other. We were sitting right next to each other. And we talked all night about boxing. I love the kid. You know how hard it was for me to be on here making this video about when I was just with him and I know he's going to watch the video? You know how hard it was for me to make that video saying that Kologic got robbed and that Marcus was holding the entire time? You know how hard it was for me to do it? But I do it because I want to have a quality boxing channel. Even if I know you, even if I'm a fan, I got to tell you how I feel. If I don't do that, then I'll just be like these other channels on here. Just go on here and just talking about anything. I can't do that. You know? These boxers, and this is why I don't want a relationship with none of these boxers, because, listen, if it comes to it, and I have to say something you may not like, but I feel that it's true, I'm going to say it. That's what separates me from these other channels on here. Because I got nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. That's why I don't even want to do interviews no more. I don't want to get close and attached to none of these boxers, because the minute I say something you don't like, you're going to change. You have an attitude. You're going to get emotional, because that's what people do. You know? Tonight, what happened tonight was a prime example of, I mean, it's bigger than just YouTube, but YouTube is big on here. Everyone's definitely separated, but it's like this on social media, period. You know? And it's sad. You know, Povetkin gets caught again. He gets caught again, cheating. You know, it's sad. I can't even, you know, when I first found out, you know, I was laughing. I'm going to be honest with you. I was laughing because I knew the dude was cheating. You know? But now that I'm making a video, I'm like, you know what? It really is sad. And it's sad that people are really trying to brainwash the fans into thinking that this guy is clean. When, if it was any other fighter, if it was Deontay Wilder, if it was Stavern, okay? If it was one of these guys, you'd be right on YouTube talking about how they're cheating and how they're using drugs. You say they're using drugs and they didn't even get caught with anything. You saying that they're using drugs now. You saying that they're using PEDs now. You know, and the Shabranskyy fight is another thing, another example. I saw him. I didn't think nothing was special about him, but I could see why some of these channels was hyping him up like he was good. Sullivan Barrera has destroyed every single fighter he's been in the ring with, except Andre Ward. He looked like nothing against Andre Ward. Yet, Shabranskyy was supposed to be some big hyped up guy. Why? Because he's from the Ukraine? Come on, man. Get out of here with that. We got good fighters from the Ukraine. I mean Lomachenko is freaking, he's pound for pound. That kid got skills. You know? Klitschko's and, even Postal was good. It's fighters that's good, but I saw Shabranskyy. I thought he was okay, but I didn't think he was anything special. And we know now he's not. But because Barrera looks bad against Andre Ward, now everyone is like, this guy's going to beat Barrera. No, Barrera looked bad because he fought Andre Ward. It's crazy, man. I just don't know, man. I don't know. And, that's a problem. I don't think any of y'all, my viewers, my subscribers is watching this video, but I feel bad for the boxing fan base, man. It's like y'all be listening to that bullshit. Y'all listening to people that hate a whole race of people. And they're giving you opinions based on their hatred for a specific group of people. They ain't even being biased towards fighters that they like. They just straight giving you every single thing they say, every topic they make a video on. It's just the same old thing. Like the same, we already know what you're going to say about this guy. No matter how good of a performance they put up, you're going to say something negative. Because that's what you do. And people listen to it. And they come to my channel and tell me some stupid shit that they heard on some other channel. Come on, man. As far as tomorrow, I don't even care. If these guys don't fight, I don't care. If they do, then, good luck to Stavern. Good luck to him because, if he wins, that would be big. If he loses, the guy is juicing. He's fighting a guy that's juicing. We already know he has an advantage. So, I don't know. I'm not going to mention none of these guys' names. I was going to bring up their names, but they're not even worth it, man. Because the few people that may not never heard of some of these guys, I'm not going to even put, I don't even want you to know about them. When I say a channel's name on here, it's because I respect them or I was just watching their work. You could go subscribe to them. If you don't like them, you don't like them. It is whatever. But it's very few straight up guys on here on this YouTube thing. Very few. But anyway, let me go on because it's late, man. I ain't even plan on doing a video tonight. This news is crazy about Povetkin, and I thought Barrera and Shabranskyy was gonna fight tomorrow, son. I didn't even know it was gonna be overnight like this. I thought it was gonna be tomorrow. But hey, so Barrera won, and made this guy look like he was garbage. I'll see y'all tomorrow, though. I was gonna do a prediction tomorrow, but I guess I'm not gonna do it now. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get a video from me. People still want me to talk about Lomachenko, so I am gonna still make a video on that. But very disappointing news today. I just hope the fight. I can't even say I hope the fight. I don't blame Stavern for not wanting to fight this dude. This dude, seriously, it's a serious issue, man. This dude got some real issues, man. If he can't get in the ring and fight without some kind of PEDs, this dude got some serious issues, man. This dude is mentally. If this is legit, if this thing here is legit, if this is legit and this guy is really failing and he's really got this stuff in his system, this guy got some serious mental issues. He's really scared to go in there and fight without his PEDs. And that's a sad thing, man. Anyway, I'm out now.